So this section in a way is easy because you've already done all these different things. The first two are called glide reflections, and then the other ones, like you see with the second page, will show that, wherever I've got it, you compose these of basically any two. Glide reflections are a glide, then a reflection. As you see on the next page, it's a rotation and then a reflection, and then a reflection and a translation. So we're going to do different types. So for this one, let's use a translation vector of 5 and 0 and put the points -3 and 4, -1 and 3, -4 and 2. -4 and 2. So let's put -3 and 4 for A. B is -1 and 3. And -4 and 2 for C. Pretty small one this time. I don't know why it's smaller than the others, but it won't matter here much. So we're going to first translating it according to that vector, then reflecting it in the x-axis. So 5 and 0 means we just add 5 to each of these and just move it. It just moves this way 5. The whole thing moves 5. 3, 4, 5. There's A prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is B prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is C prime. Once you've moved it over, you've done the first part. Yes?
You have the coordinates for 0. It's -4.
Oh, I went to -3, didn't I? Thank you for pointing it out. So let me readjust that, because that's going to bring this one back a little bit. So I need to move it a bit. I didn't count well. I can do trigonometry, but I can't count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to reflect it over the x-axis, and that's just simply going straight through the x-axis and going the other way the same distance. So if that's 1, 2, this is 1, 2, and that's C prime, double prime. Because it's the second one, you have to put 2 slashes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one will be A double prime. And then B is the same thing. 3 and 3. B double prime. So now that I have had C in the right place, it's in the right place here. So this would be the answer to this. So if I were to ask you on the test to draw it, this is what I'd want to see, or if I asked you on a test what B double prime is, or what the final result is for B, and you would say it was 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4 and -3. So 4 and -3 is what you would be looking at for a final answer, depending upon what I do. Depends on whether or not I want you to show me a graph or I want you to give me that answer. On the bottom one is the same exact kind of thing. On this one, though, I'm going to give you the numbers. 7, -2, 2, -5, 5, -1, 8, and -2. I'm going to let you practice that one yourself, because before we go, I want to get into one of the problems on the next page. So this one here, I will show it, and I will show the answer after it's been translated and then reflected over the y-axis this time. Okay? So I will show that when I post this in Google Classroom on Friday. So get that copied down, and then turn to the page 2, please, because I want to do the first problem on there. Now here, on this one, we're going to rotate, and then we're going to reflect it. Okay, so the one numbers I want to give you are 5 and 1, 7 and 3, 10 and 2. It doesn't say what to rotate it around, so I will say if you aren't told anything different, then it's always the origin. Okay, so sort of like counterclockwise and clockwise. Okay, so it doesn't say which way to rotate it, so it's got to be counterclockwise, and we'll go around the origin. 5, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 7 and 3, 10 and 2. So I'm way over here. A, B, and C. So rotating at 90 degrees over the origin, you have a number of methods, ways that you could do it, but I'm going to use the simple turn one. So A should be at 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A should be at 1 and 5. So that's A prime. And then B, it looks like, if you think about 1 and 5, so 1 and 5, so 3 and 7, so it looks like it should be 3 and 7. That should be where B prime is. And when I go like this, yep, that looks right. B is 7, so that's B prime. And C was down 2 and over 10, so I can do over 2 and up 10. So yours should look like that. You could use a protractor to also check it, when you say, but the changing around the X and Y's once I verify which way it should be, and doing the turn like that really helps me. And then reflecting it over the X-axis, that one's the easy part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So there's A double prime. This one's down 7. B double prime, and C. So I should have put A double prime there. Oops. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Yeah, no, that's right. A and C. So it's like a mirror image that flipped to here. So even the diagonal here is the diagonal going the other way. And so I look at it and think, does that make sense? Yes, it does. So that would be the answer for that. On the bottom one, I'm not going to do it here with you, but I'm going to give you these, so if you wish to practice doing one of these, you may, and I'll show the answer for it when I post this on Google Classroom. -8, -2 for A, -5 and 8 for B, -4 and 2 for C, and the translation vector is 10, 7. So this one, it's like the opposite of one of the others. You're going to reflect this first, then you're going to translate it following the translation vector. Okay, so there's any combination. A composition is just doing 2 of them, and you just do one, then the other. And it can be any of these. Glide reflection is a subset, very specific. It has to be where you do a glide or a translation first, then reflect it. Some of these, you reflect them. If you switch the order, it doesn't matter. Some of them, if you switch the order, it does matter. So the general rule of thumb is go whatever order that the directions tell you on those.